purchase of his competitors pushed them, shivering with dislike, into the embrace of this commercial octopus. Calling John D. Rockefeller's monopoly an octopus wasn't just an insult. The image conveyed what everyone already knew, that the company had its hands in everything, in railroads, pipelines, refining, consumer marketing, not to mention the boardrooms of transportation companies, the halls of state legislatures, and the offices of newspapers. In Scandinavian folklore, colossal octopus-like beasts known as kraken come up from the ocean depths to overtake ships. English sailors sometimes called them bloodsuckers. Spineless and feral, it was an animal whose 19th century depictions made it out to be extremely clever, intelligent, and capable of obscuring itself with billowy ink. Americans have long been conflicted, confused, and often anxious about the entity known as the corporation. Frequently infatuated with the power and size of big business, Americans have also been deeply fearful and suspicious of it. The Founding Fathers associated corporations with the abuses of the British Crown, which is one reason they gave neither Congress nor the executive the power to incorporate, leaving this duty to the states. James Madison expressed a peculiarly American attitude about corporations most succinctly when he wrote to a friend in 1827 that they may be useful, but they are at best a necessary evil only. It is difficult to overstate the degree to which the rise of large corporations provoked a crisis in American life. Beginning first with the railroad and communications industries in the 1870s, and then encompassing industries from cigarettes to cars, these concentrations of capital and employment, thriving on vertical integration and technological innovations, shook up everything that Americans had known about the economy. New industrial corporations remade capitalism, and the ramifications of the U.S. Supreme Court's 1886 Santa Clara County decision, which extended constitutional protections for corporate persons, became more widely known at the turn of the century. Corporate personhood itself evoked the freakish. The New York Times quipped, "A corporation has neither a body that can be kicked nor a soul that can be sent to perdition." Economist John R. Commons would later imagine unkickable bodies and undamnable souls. "While the corporation has no soul," he wrote, "yet it has a mysterious will somewhere that acts like a soul." The year after Puck ran its famous cartoon, the federal government opened an investigation into Standard Oil because of the trust's monopolistic practices that provoked a conflict known as the Kansas Oil War. Doubtless with an octopus in mind, one governor in 1905 implored his fellow progressives to take the monster, the Standard Oil Trust, by the neck and compel it to be decent. In different guises over the past century and more, the corporate monster has been an object of fascination and populist repulsion, and it still haunts our political culture. When journalist Matt Taibbi took stock of the financial crisis of 2007 to 2008 in the pages of Rolling Stone, he called Goldman Sachs a great vampire squid wrapped around the face of humanity. In recent years, however, business leaders have come to believe that what James Madison thought was a necessary evil is actually the last great institution capable of making the world a better place. For Silicon Valley entrepreneurs no less than Fortune 500 CEOs, a shift has occurred. The bottom line is out, and changing the world is in. Call it conscious capitalism, or shared value, or corporate social responsibility. Many consumers, regulators, and activists expect big business executives to act like good